This is the Learn to Trade online show where experts talk about their trading journeys and help traders make more money unlocking the world of online Forex, crypto and indices traders. We tell it like you want to hear it. Unfiltered insights, no corners cut. Hi, I'm Paul Botterill from Actions to Wealth and Online Trading Profits.
Hi guys, I'm Simon Williams, crypto trader and investor.
Hi guys, I'm Ash Bull, fundamental trader and investor.
It's great to have your company today. We're going to start our first Learn to Trade online show that's being live streamed around. James, is the live stream underway? I'll take it that it is. I didn't get a warning on it. Do you guys, are we streaming, guys?
Oh, I think it is streaming. We can see some people rolling in.
Yeah.
Zoom is preparing it for live streaming.
Fantastic. Welcome everybody to our first live and live stream show. If you're joining us on the stream, welcome along. This is a show where we're going to focus very heavily on some really good quality market analysis. You're going to see the trade of the week from Simon, the trade of the week from Ash, a trade of the week from me, and you're going to have a chance to put a trade of the week in. And what's more, if your trade of the week was to beat our trade of the week, you would get a $500 prize. Now, to qualify for that prize, you need to go into the Learn to Trade. You need to go into the Learn to Trade Facebook page and click on this link, which I'm about to share with you guys.
Hold on a minute. So you've just said that if they beat us in the trade of the week, they're going to get a chance to win $500.
Nope, I said if they beat us in the trade of the week, then they'll get a chance to do this. They need to come into the Learn to Trade online Facebook group. We'll get James to share the link into the chat. They'll put it out on YouTube. They'll put it out on Facebook. They'll put it out on Twitter. So join the Learn to Trade Facebook page. Come to the featured post here. Click on this. And we're going to ask you a question. You'll need to put your answers in here in a few minutes. And if you answer them, if you're the third person to get the question right, then you will get a chance to put a trade in. Now, we'll try and get you live. We'll ask you for a pair in a direction. If we can't get you live, you can put it into the Facebook page. And if you don't do that, we'll assign you a random trade. Now, if your trade beats my trade, Simon's trade, and Ash's trade, then next week you win $500. Now, what's more, if no one beats us this week, the next week we're going to play for $1,000.
Whoa!
So $500 this week.
Anyway, listen, they're going to hope that we win this week, so they can come in next week.
Where do we stop?
Well, I'm not sure that we're going to stop. All we are going to do is most weeks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the amount of members in this Facebook group. Whatever members there is, I'm going to add that many dollars to the pool.
Right.
As we build the pool up. So I'm going to start at 500 this week. And if it's not struck this week, then next week it'll be $1,000. All you've got to do is get into the Learn to Trade online Facebook page, find the featured post. And when I ask you a question, you need to write a comment here. The third successful comment, as we see it, will be picked out by us. Now, I know that some of you will be here for another prize. And there's another prize we'll be talking about a little bit later on. That's a $5,000 prize, and we will get into that in a bit more detail a little bit further on. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask Ash to straight away lead us into this. And can you, Ash, tell us your trade of the week, please?
I certainly can. So my trade of the week this week is the NASDAQ short. Now, the NASDAQ has a seasonal bias over this week, actually, and going into October of around about 60%. So it's a 60% chance historically over the last 25 years that the NASDAQ goes down. Lots of fundamental data also suggests this is going to probably start coming down. It may be a dollar story because we got the Fed out this week. If they raise interest rates, I think this is a no-brainer. If they leave interest rates on hold, this still may start coming down because it could start to suggest that we are getting some weakness in the US economy, which we haven't yet seen. This is the price I would really like, but it's the trade that we're going to be putting on right now. So this is my trade of the week. NASDAQ short, and I should be well inside my minute.
There you go. So one of the features of this show is that we get 1 minute per cross, and if we go over 1 minute, James will buzz us out, and we have to finish. And so there's no long-term chat on this. We are into placing our trades of the week. Let me see if I've got it right, because James is going to be in the background placing these trades, and you are NAS short.
Yeah, US 100. US 100 is what it's called on the MT4.
Now, I know James will be really busy, but what we are going to do is we're going to place all of these trades on this account, on the account that I've got, I'll show you in a minute, and we're going to give all of you an investor password so you can monitor this chart during the week, and you can see who's winning. Is it Ash? Is it Simon? Is it me? Or is it one of you? And if it's one of you, they could win $500 this week. Simon, up to you, please. Trade of the week.
Yeah. Okay, guys. My trade of the week this week is the Kiwi Swissy short. It's a technical trade. Didn't look at the seasonality. Don't want to. I'm looking at this daily chart. I'm looking at how this 50 50-day EMA gets rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. We've gone up for an 8th time. I'm looking at this RSI stochastic on the top. Every time we hit that 50, we're on the top. Every single time without fail, we're on the top. What I also like about this is this blue trend line. Let me put it on a weekly. I do like this blue trend line. We've broken down below. We're coming back underneath. This low here is the COVID low. It's 53 cents dead. We have tried to close back above 53 cents for the last 3 days, and we cannot close below it. The only thing I don't like is this big in daily monthly pivot here, which I just want to get close below. But my trade is Kiwi Swissy short.
Oh, I like that.
Rightio, right on the minute for you as well, Simon. Well done. If you can let go of the screen share, that would be great. So we've got NASDAQ short, US 100 short. We've got Kiwi Swiss short. I love New Zealand dollar shorts at the moment. Was one of mine. I'm going to take it up for me. I'll be going back into your part of the world for my trade. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to re-summarize, and we won't be doing this in future. We're going to take a few minutes more than normal today for this, just to make sure it's clear to everybody. In a minute, I'm going to ask a question. If you answer it in the Facebook page and you are the third person, or if there aren't 3 people, the first or the second, but if you're the third person to answer this question, you get it correct, you will have a chance to post a trade. You can come into the room and do it online, do it live, which we'd ask you to do. If you can't, you can do it on the Facebook group. You can post it in there. And if you don't do that, we will give you a random trade. If you beat us this week, you will get $500 if your trade makes more money than mine, Ash's, or Simon's. And if we don't have a winner this week, then next week we will play for $1,000. Beat the experts on the Learn to Trade online show, $1,000. Rightio, I'm going to ask the question. And the question is simply this. I'm going to ask you guys, what is the first name of one of the hosts of the show? Please don't put it in the Zoom chat. You need to come into the Facebook. You need to come into here. You need to write your answers into here, please. So I'm looking for the third person to post into the Facebook group. The third person to come into the Facebook group to find the. I can see someone's doing it, and it's not coming up in here for me. I will refresh it. I will refresh. We've got James watching this as well, so we'll keep an eye. You need to be in this post.
Oh, there we go.
So that's not me. So there we go. There's me. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, David. Alexis is not one of the hosts of the Learn to Trade online show. The Paul Lewis. Unfortunately, you've entered up here, so you're entering twice. And again here, he's trying really hard. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it to Paul Lewis. Paul Lewis, you are the winner. You'll get the chance to place a trade. If you're in the Zoom, then please let us know you're in the Zoom, and James will help you. And if you are not in the Zoom, then James will reach out to you. If you don't know any other way, just post your pair and your direction in the Facebook group. Now, all we want from you is NZ dollar Swiss short, US 100 short. and we will place it. No targets, no stop losses, none of that, and something as much fun as that. Paul Lewis. So is that Paul P, really? Same Paul? If that's the case, we'll get you on in a minute, Paul. We are going to stop the share. You could be our first person to play for $500, Paul. And for this year, that'll be good because you do a lot of stuff for us. Well done. Now, I am going to now grab the screen. Someone can time me, please. I am going to take cable short. And I'm going to take cable short simply because I have a 200 moving average bounce here. It's a bit of a break, but it's hit a horizontal level, bounced back up, given a decent crack at it, got back below. I like 200 moving average bounces. To be honest, it's a bit later than I'd love, but it'll do for today. It's lined up with my monthly pivot, which I also like. When I get out here onto my monthly, what I can see here is that we've been in a bit of a box. Cable for once has got boring on us. It's pretty rare. It is pretty rare. But now what I've seen here is I've seen a lower low and what appears to me to be a lower high. So I've gone from same highs, same lows to lower high, lower low. Overall, the momentum for me on the daily chart remains pretty solidly down. So I am cable short, pound US dollar short. Now, do we have a chance to talk to Paul? We are waiting to see if we can get Paul P into the show live. We're going to push on, Paul. We're going to give you a few minutes to get yourself organised. He's in Zoom. I just want to know if I can get him on the mic. Can we get him on the mic? If we can't get him on the mic, what I'm going to do while we ask this is we have got the chance to the next part of the show, which is just to do any particular pet trade of interest. Is there any chart that you're looking at and you'd like to talk about particularly this week, Ash?
No. I'm going to say no. I mean, there's a few things that I'm interested in, but if I'm completely honest, I think this week is pivotal to the direction of a lot of things. Lots of central banks are meeting, particularly the Fed's obviously the big one. If they do decide to keep interest rates on hold, I do actually think some precious metals are really interesting. I think silver's interesting. I think gold's interesting. But until I understand what the data is and I understand what they're going to say, I'm not prepared to suggest that is a definite option to trade just yet. Maybe next week.
Anything from you, Simon?
For the exact same reason as Ash, FOMC Wednesday. I'm not prepared to put anything out there until after Wednesday. I did see Paul's just gone gold short. That's our Paul, I think. And I was just looking at your trade. Yeah. I was looking at your trade thinking, surely it's time that Dixie pulled back.
Look, it's fair point. Look, to be honest, Simon, I've flown all through the night. No, I've not looked at my charts today, so not a lot of time on it, but I like cable short. I'm quite keen just to carry some momentum. I do think these things... there's certainly a need for retracement, but I've got a week. There's plenty of tide going in one direction there. I'm okay with. We'll see how it plays out. So Paul is our first guest trader. He's taken XAU USD short. We'll have James put that trade on in a few minutes. We will have a look at it. So look, we're going to keep this show moving along. We have got trade of the week from Simon, trade of the week from Ash, trade of the week from me. We've got trade of the week from our guest, Paul. If he beats our 3 trades, then he will take home $500, less the cost of transfer, Paul, just so you know. We are going to go on and do our...
is he going to come on mic? We're going to have a chat with him on mic?
I don't think he is by the sound of it. I haven't heard he's coming on mic. Paul,
he's there.
Here. Paul, can I get
he's allowed.
asked to unmute? I've asked him to unmute. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start our sports bets. If we get Paul on camera or on mic, Paul, come on camera or come on mic if you can. We'll get James to make you or whatever it is we need to make you. I'll tell you what, I'll do that, eh? I'll make you promote to a panelist, eh? I wonder if I can do that. Remove him. He's got permission to talk. I'll leave James to work away on that. If you need to make him a panelist, whatever you need to do, James, that is fine. Rightio, so let's do, we've done our trade of the week. We've done our substantial extra chart, which is nothing. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about uranium in this show. Simon spoke about Riot, the stock, a couple of weeks ago. None of that for us this week because there's quite a lot to do. So we're going to go on to our sports bet. We'll give Paul a minute, see if he'll come on and have a quick chat with us. Otherwise, we'll do sports bets, have a look at those trades, and talk about the Jakarta competition, because that is coming up. In fact, before we do the sports bets, let's talk Jakarta. Rightio. So I think for many people, one of the great questions is, what is IFTA and why are we going to it? And IFTA is the International Federation of Technical Analysts. And look, I went last year in Melbourne. It was a brilliant event. I'm going to go along this time, and there's some really cool speakers, and speakers of certainly different nationalities and different experiences and different levels. So I'm really looking forward to having John Bollinger speak about Bollinger Bands. Should be one of the really great sessions of the IFTA conference. We're going to have Gerald Guppy come in and talk about his indicator, no doubt, his Guppy indicator. Another thing that is very popular in his group. We've got Gemma Giardi coming in, who spoke at the Bali Trading Retreat for Actions to Wealth last year, talking about Astronaci. You can see as we go down through here, we've got more from Indonesia. We've got Ron Williams, CFTA, who's always a brilliant speaker. We've got Nicholas Tan coming out of Singapore. And what we're going to do is we're going to give you a chance to come to Jakarta and to spend the IFTA conference with me and Ash, or if you want to. Look, if you want to go out and have a drink instead, if you want to go shopping, we'll pay your airfares to Jakarta. We will pay your ground costs. We will pay your accommodation up to a value of $1,000. We'll pay your entry fee to IFTA, which is about $1,500, and we'll give you a chance to speak to Ash and myself between sessions, get updated and know what's going on. If you want to come to IFTA and find out all about it, come and join Ash and myself and IFTA. Dates are up there. Jakarta, Indonesia, 5th to the 7th of October. If you want to qualify for that prize, you've got to jump back into that Facebook page, and we will give you where to go. You've got to jump back into that Facebook page.
Am I allowed?
I've got to just scroll down, mate. A little bit more for your find the post which says seasonal hot list and like that post. And if you do that, you will have a chance. We'll do an elimination, a further elimination tomorrow. And I'm not sure the way that I'm into this, I can get out of this particular trade, out of this page. It's a bit disappointing. There we go. We're streaming there. Learn to trade online. Seasonal hot list. All you've got to do is come in and like this. And if you like this by 6 o'clock tomorrow, you will be in with a chance of winning the IFTA conference. We'll come back in at 6 o'clock tomorrow and answer any questions. We'll come back in at 6 o'clock tomorrow and eliminate it down to the final person over the next couple of days, so that we get a winner who can come to the IFTA conference in Jakarta with us. As I say, come to the IFTA conference or just come to Jakarta. If you want to go and do some shopping, if you want to go and have a couple of nights out, that is fine. But you can join us on those dates in Jakarta, should you wish to. Rightio, let's go sports betting. Look, why don't we go from favourite Saturday? Who's our favourite picker? Our favourite picker is Simon. What do you got for us, Simon? What's going to pay us $1.01 today?
Well, I started the search on Saturday and thought, well, it's Man City at home in the Champions League, and then I saw this 1-20, and even I can't cope with that. So I've had to team it up with Real Madrid to beat Union Berlin in the Champions League, City to beat Red Star Belgrade, Barcelona to beat Antwerp. Totally, my £100 stake will pay me a profit of $63.33. So I can't even get a treble at even money. That's the bet.
Oh, do you know, mate? I have to say, I mean, a treble is tough as it is. I mean, I quite like the teams involved in that treble, but I mean, I would have just gone straight ahead, man. If I was you, I would have gone straight ahead, man. Taken my £5.
I'd like to make some money, Ash.
You can back the All Blacks at $1.01 if you want. I want to put $100. I'll make $1. Ash, let's have even money, Ash. Even money, Ash. What do you got for us at even money today, mate?
Even money, Ash is going for. Now you should have gone for this side. You see, this is the way that you can add a bit of trickery into it. Bayern Munich at a handicap of -1, so they've got to win by 2 clear goals. And they end up, because they're short odds against Man United. Man United are beastly at the minute. Got battered by Brighton on the weekend at home. They're going away to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane's in a rich vein of form. You've got Sane. It's just got a really enviable attack. I think Man United are going to struggle when they go to Germany, and it's going to be the old classic sort of, the battle between Manchester United and Bayern Munich. Manchester United famously stole the European Cup off them in 1999. I think Bayern Munich get their own back. So they're going at a handicap of -1. They've got to win 2 clear goals. That will pay £130 for 100.
So, mate, that's a great bet. So, mate, if can you go on the screen share, please?
Sure
mate,
thing.
If your bet comes in and Bayern Munich bet Man United at a handicap, can we then start betting on the Manchester United coach's future? How many weeks he's got left on the job?
If it's even money, mate, that's my bet. He won't last long.
Yeah.
Man United aren't the team they were. And you know what? You track that right back. Ever since Fergie, they've struggled. Doesn't matter who's gone in. They've struggled. I think they're going to find it tough. Even if they sack Ten Hag, they're going to struggle to find a decent coach.
Look, the truth is that Ten Hag in the last half of last year, they looked the goods the last half of last year. They actually pushed back up and they looked okay. And they just turned up this year and they look... they just look disorganised at the back. And let's be honest, as much as we all love Brighton, boy, they gave them some space. They gave them some space in the box, didn't they?
They did. They did. Struggling big time.
I'm going to go...
Suffice to say, Ronaldo was right, yeah? When Ronaldo said last season, "Oh, I'm out of here. This place is rubbish."
Yeah.
It's early in the season to be writing them off, but boy, I tell you what, not only them, but Chelsea, my gosh.
Yeah, Chelsea, Man United, they're the ones to go against right now. Good odds on those teams, actually, as they're repriced.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Rugby World Cup. I don't have the odds up for this today, but my bet will be Australia to make the Rugby World Cup semi-finals. Should be able to find some good odds on them after they got to well and truly beaten by Fiji. They'll have to beat Wales in their pool to come out of their pool. And they'll have to beat either England or Argentina, most likely in a quarterfinal. And honestly, they are 3 very ordinary teams. Eddie Jones is a good coach. He's having a bad run.
How dare you? How dare
honestly, you? There's a real chance of England winning this Rugby World Cup, not because they're any good, but because the other sides are all playing each other and they'll smash the crap out of each other. I'll tell you what, if you want another one, and I'm not going to back this one because I'll go the other way, but probably the top 2 ranked sides in the world, Ireland, South Africa. The number 1 ranked side in the world, Ireland's paying more than $2 to win. Now, that's not bad money on the number 1 ranked side in the world, but to be honest, I think South Africa might touch them up. They might touch them up. Rightio, we're going to do a little recap to get through the competitions. First of all, as far as Paul cannot come on, he is on a bus and can't talk to us at the moment. He's worried he'll miss his stop. I'm not sure about that. But trades today, we've got short the US 100 with Ash. We've got short New Zealand Swiss with Simon. We've got short cable with me, and we've got short gold with Paul. If Paul's trade makes the most money, I'll get James to show us those trades in a few minutes. If Paul's trade makes the most money, then he will be a winner. Now, this show's taking a bit longer. We want to be out of here in 15 to 20 minutes most weeks, but we've got a couple of competitions to run. So if you want to have a crack at coming to Jakarta with myself and Ash to watch the IFTA conference, look, I went to IFTA last year. There's some really high-level stuff in there, but there's some really simple stuff in there as well. What there is some really clever people speaking, and some of them have got a real ability to put it back into really common language and to teach really usable stuff. And I will promise you that no matter who you are, if you get a chance to go to IFTA, it's $1,500 for the tickets. If you come with us, we'll take care of that as part of the package thing for you. If you win the prize, that's included. You will take some stuff away that will make you a better trader. No matter what your level, the top guys will, the newbies will. It's just a brilliant event. And the part that I really enjoyed last time was we had lunch together, hang around with other traders, chance to interact and to meet a few of them. And you may see the first introduction as I look to add one to the Access 12 trading team or online trading profits trading team while we're in IFTA. So if you want to do that, just really quickly back, I'll show you this again. Going to share screen here. All you got to do is come back to the Learn to Trade Online group and like the seasonal hot list page. If you like the seasonal hot list page, then we will take it that you want to be part of this. So, rightio, is that, have I missed anything in the wind-up, guys? Sports bet triple with Simon. Sorry?
I don't think you
No,
have.
that's a wrap. 25 minutes. We've done all right. Your odds were 5-2, by the way, for the Aussie semi-final. 5-2 is what I can find.
Same.
Yeah, look, I've got to say, I'm disappointed in those odds with having them lost to Fiji. They've only got to get beaten by one of those sides and they can't make it. So I reckon that's a bit tight. I reckon those odds will wander out a little bit over the next few days. I'll keep an eye on those as you go along. And, yeah. Rightio, that is our first show live. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock to do any elimination we need to for the Jakarta IFTA conference. And for the rest of you, we'll be back next Monday at 6, not 5:30. We'll be back at 6 o'clock next week. Come and join us. Remember, if Paul wins this week, he wins $500. If he doesn't win, then next week, someone plays for 1,000. Cheers, everyone. See you later. That's a wrap for this episode of the Learn to Trade online show. Keep your charts up and your trade savvy. For more insights, subscribe and catch us next time. See you in the next episode. Stay calm and make good decisions. The Learn to Trade online show is presented for informational and entertainment purposes only. The information presented should not be construed as investment advice. Always consult a licensed professional before making investment decisions. The views and opinions expressed on the Learn to Trade online show are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the show's hosts, guests and sponsors. The Learn to Trade online show, its producers, sponsors and the hosts, Paul Botterill, Simon Williams and Ash Bill, shall not be liable for losses resulting from investment decisions based on information or viewpoints presented on the Learn to Trade online show.